Your Excellency, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Maada, President of the Republic of Sierra, our esteemed First Lady, Dr. Fatima Maada, the Chief Minister, Mr. Singer, our Cabinet Ministers here present, our Governor, our Secretary President, all our government officials, our dear compatriots who are from the DMV area here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We want to start today's meeting with prayers. And for some prayers, I'll invite Al-Haji Taslim Al-Ghali to lead us.
His Excellency and Madam First Lady, all protocols observed. We have gathered this afternoon in the presence of Almighty Allah. Allah is the Awal, wal-Akhir, wal-Zahir, wal-Batin, wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. Meaning Allah is the beginner. He's also the end and the disposer of all our affairs. So what we are gathered here for this afternoon, we give back to Allah to be in our presence so He can take over our deliberations. And whatever we are to discuss, of course, will be for the benefit of our beloved country, Sierra Leone, and for prayers and protection for our government, peoples in authority. They need the guidance, they need our prayers, and that's what we are here to do. It's about our country putting it first, and we have to do that in calling upon Allah to be our guide. So with all of that, we ask that Allah gives us the good of this world and the benefit of the hereafter, and save us all from their punishments. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Thank you very much.
And for Christian prayers, I invite Reverend Gloria Klein-Smile.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. Good afternoon, Madam First Lady. Before I pray, I owe you a public apology. You commissioned me at the High Commission to launch the Prince project, and I could not pursue it because the orthopedics were trying to decide what to do with my leg to save them since I got involved in a motor vehicle accident, and I've been praying to God for the day for me to see you again and publicly say to you, I was not a disobedient citizen. Circumstances beyond my control prevented me from obeying you. But if anybody is excited anytime you see people wearing pins, I know it's you. You probably are saying, that woman didn't do it here, tell her. Today, Your Excellency, forgive me. This is your obedient and loyal citizen. Madam First Lady, you understand. Sickness comes when you least expect, and Ambassador, thank you for this opportunity. I shall ask you all as Sierra Leoneans, please understand, whenever you see people wearing pins, it was President Bio's idea. He commissioned it so that it should become our national fabric in all public and for formal occasions. But this is the culprit. She couldn't carry the project through. I got into an accident, road accident, as you can see me still humbling. But thank you for your understanding. And Madam First Lady, thank you so much for understanding where I'm coming from. That having been said, let us go to the Lord in prayer. Tell him thank you. Tell him. Tell Papa God thank you. Let we tell him thank you. Tell him thank you. Tell him. Tell Papa God thank you. Waiting he do. Waiting you for we. We go tell thank you. Waiting you for we. We go tell Papa God thank you. All protocols being observed, we come to the Lord in prayer. Our Father and our God, our Redeemer and our friend, author and finisher of our faith, thank you for joining masses. Thank you for making this opportunity possible. Be present here, O Lord, as we sit back to listen to our head of state, as we sit back to exchange ideas, and as we feel comfortable in his presence. Conduct this meeting yourself, and when we leave here to go, may we be able to take so much out that we can go and implement. Pray for the good of our blessed Republic, Sierra Leone, and for all we are confronting in this country. Be with us throughout this meeting, and always, now and forevermore. Amen. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency,
Thank you.
before I explain the purpose or intent of this meeting, allow me to just introduce your people who are here today. I shall go by this list I have in front of me, and I'll start by asking Sheikh Sanusi Sise to stand, please. Sheikh Sanusi is an imam of a Jamaat in Woodbridge, Virginia. He's also a businessman. He owns a restaurant that has tasted some very good food, and he's doing well in that area. And Sheikh Sanusi. Next we have Mr. Sinodin. Mr. Din is here to represent a Sierra Leonean organization known as Sierra Leone as One, SLAO. Then we have William Fraser. She's president of the Sierra Leone North American Nurses Association. All the nurses in North America are represented by her here today. Most of our people here are involved in nursing, a large percentage of our population. Then we invited representatives from alumni associations. Alumni associations are very active here and are very supportive of the university. But we have many, so we decided to invite two, one from upcountry, and one from Freetown. One a female alumni association, and the other one a male alumni association. And representing St. Joseph Secondary School Alumni Association, we have Madam Anisi Moses Isaac. Madam First Lady, we did not have you in mind when we invited St. Joseph. It's pure coincidence. Then we have Josephine Ganem. She works for Healy. Healy is an organization that is very supportive of education and healthcare in Sierra Leone. Very recently, it took containers of health-related equipment and products to Sierra Leone. Then we have our chairman. You know, whenever we have a function, we work in collaboration with, Sierra Leoneans who are here. And very recently, I had a town hall meeting where we are close to 200 Sierra Leoneans in presence. But that one was planned together with our people, and we have a reverend gentleman who chaired that occasion, the planning and even the town hall itself. And he's also a man of God, Reverend Dr. Jibula Bangura. Reverend, I'm sure that face is familiar. He's been with the Assemblies of God in Freetown for a very long time before he emigrated here. And also within this man, Your Excellency, you know him, but you don't know him for being a reverend. You know him for something else. And he's the Reverend David Boakevandi. He's not a reverend gentleman, a very shiny collar. And of course, we have the doyen of the clergy here in the DMV, Reverend Prince A. Decker, Canon. He told me that he could have been my father-in-law, but for some reason. And representing the alumni from the Alumni Association from Upcountry, Mr. Martin Bokari of KOSA. So, our first lady here disappointed. All my friends invited me. Then we have Alhaji Abdul Latif from the Salil Muslim Jamaat. And of course, Alhaji Teslim Magali is the Imam of the Salil Muslim Jamaat. We also have Mr. Samuel Kine. Mr. Kine. They're representing, we invited the two main political parties. Representing the SLPP is the chairman here, Sir Solomon Palmer. To every gathering you invite him, he wears green or something. Your Excellency, we invited the APC as well. But we got a letter from them. But unfortunately, the president had to travel. I don't know why he did not delegate an invitation to the vice president. But this group comprises almost every training organization here. Then we have Ms. Bomaya Kamara from Salon Linko, representing the youth. Then, of course, we have Ms. Madam Euphemia Gary Williams, representing the Creole Descendant Union. Many, organizations of ethnic groups. We have KDU, we have Mabuande, we have the Mende Descendants Union, we have the Fuller Progressive Union, but we decided to invite KDU to represent the different ethnic groups. Then, of course, one of the, if not the oldest Romanian organization here is the Tegroma. We have the newly elected chairman, tradition chairman, Chief Grandma Moikori. Then we have a young lady, a barrister, who is very supportive of what we do, and she supports a lot of Sierra Leoneans with immigration, problems, and she is now aspiring to go into politics here. I think she's running for office in Montgomery County. We have Madam Fatma Tabari. Have I let anyone here? Okay. You let it? Oh? Oh. That's the oldest Boston boy, and but he's not representing Obama. I'm sure he's representing SLPP. Yes. That's Papetico, sir. Your Excellency, in the introduction, since you asked me to represent you and our country here, I've met a lot of Sierra Leoneans, at different fora. We've had a town hall meeting, we have had engagements in different places. And a lot of questions they ask, a lot of concerns they express, really demonstrate their interest and love for their motherland. So I thought it expedient that I'll create an opportunity where these leaders will meet with you, and not a very formal space, where they will express some of their concerns for Sierra Leone, where they may ask some questions relating to the work we are doing as a government and as a people. A lot of people in this part of the world get their information from social media, which we all know is most times tilted or tweaked to suit the interest of the person passing the information. But I'm sure our leaders here will want to hear from you, or want to pass on some information from you, at such an informal gathering. This is why, Your Excellency, we asked you graciously to meet with them, and on their behalf to thank you for accepting to meet to them, to talk to them. This demonstrates your love for your people. It demonstrates your willingness to engage with the people as long as it relates to the development of our country. Thank you once more. At this point, we'll now pass on the mic to you for statements you may want to make. We do not have the time for everyone to speak, but we'll give opportunity to you to make your statement or what you want, the information you want His Excellency to hear. So over to you, ladies and gentlemen. And please make it concise in the interjection.
Good afternoon again. Ambassador, thank you for the opportunity, and His Excellency and all protocols observed. Again, on behalf of the Silent Muslim Jama'ah, I'm here with my board chair, Alhaji Latif Adesina. We wholeheartedly welcome you and Madam First Lady to the United States of America. And we want to just say thank you for the work that you do, and we pray that Allah guide and bless you. And again, to actually acknowledge the fact that you came down here to meet with us, as the ambassador has said. We will actually give a letter to the ambassador for your perusal to see that this is what we do in the Silent Muslim Jama'ah, and then looking forward to an opportunity at a given future time that you can pay us a visit to see our premises and actually see what we do. And one point I will also mention is during the Ebola, we participated and communicated and collaborated with the embassy to actually send medical stuff to Sierra Leone. So I want to say that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. President, First Lady, my own sister from Ghana. I stand here today to talk on behalf of COSA America. We started at the ending part of 2019, but COVID came in and gave us headache, but that did not push us apart. We still kept pushing. And for now, I love what you guys are doing, and we're gonna support what you are doing, that you continue to do in that country. So with that being said, if anyone knows K School Compound, if you check right now, and I have the magazine which I'm gonna give to the president to see what we have started. We have a multi-purpose building. Some people call it recreational center. And in that building, you have a swimming pool, indoor swimming pool, basketball, volleyball, table tennis, lawn tennis, a clinic, and also, let's say, a computer hub and a computer lab. So all these things are going to be in one building, just from COSA America. So my plea here today to everyone, please help us, because Rome was not built by just one person. The little sense you put together will help us. But with that being said, if the president is in power and we finish this particular project, that will be a credit to you from the alumni. And please, ladies and gentlemen, come on board, help us in whatever way, materials, you name it. Even food, you can prepare it for our people. They will eat and walk. And I'm gonna share those pamphlets. Of course, Ambassador was there for our fundraiser. He knows exactly what we displayed on the screen. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, His Excellency. Good afternoon, First Lady, my ambassador. My name is David Van Lee. Like the ambassador said, I'm known for a lot of other stuff, especially in communications. I've been in radio for over 30 years. I worked with the Voice of America for over 19 years. What I want to ask is, the media destroys the community. The media.
It makes and breaks. And like Ambassador rightly said, most of the news that we get, especially outside of media houses, is from social media. And social media, they are the first people on call when these things happen. And whatever they put out there is what the community takes. And some of us that have been professionals in media's landscape, it is very painful for us to see our own people destroying our country with what they put out on the media. I would say we as Sierra Leoneans have a responsibility. Most times things happen and actions are being taken against us or against our country because of what we say. Those of us who read the Bible say that the power of life and death lies in the tongue. What we say can make us and destroy us. So what I want to ask the president is, how can we as a nation combat that kind of media destruction that is taking place? That people are just left all alone to just do what they want to do and destroy what is being built with what we write, what we show, you understand, and what we say. So what are we doing? How can we combat that? How can we make sure those kind of stuff? I know social media is very difficult to be restricted. It's very difficult. But certain things can be done to help us. Because if we are in the professional media and we are looking, when I go and ask you, what did you say? And I have to come back to the opposition and say, what did you say? But social media don't verify. So what are we doing in that light? Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend. Okay, let me have Fraser, Dean, and yes.
I was waiting for this opportunity. His Excellency, Ministers, Madam First Lady, Ambassador, I'm happy to be here today because I'm representing Sierra Leone Nurses Association of America. It comprises of nurses, both RNs in advanced practice. So we came together because we've seen what is going on when it comes to healthcare in our country. So we come together and we decided that the impact is mostly to advance education. Right now, maybe, let me put it this way, to make it education or the syllabus being come up to the level where we are in the 21st century. That's what we're looking at. And at the same time, helping out where we can help. So our focus is to build clinics like urgent care, because America, they have all over urgent care where we deem as health disparities, where there's less access to health care. So we are looking for land. We want land where we can build clinics all over in the different districts, where we can build these clinics and being sponsored by us, give free medical care to those that they need. We don't want it in Freetown, we don't want it in somewhere like, but we want it in those areas where they need it the most. So our vision is to build these clinics, fill it out with emergency supplies, and then give free medical access to people that come in, and also have a doctor that comes there. The nurses will be managing it, but a doctor that will come there, let me say every month, they will do like a free clinic for people, making sure at least before it's bad, there's somebody that can say, oh, you blood pressure high, no wait till you get stroke before you go to hospital. At least they don't come before the problem, before the emergency comes in. So that is our goal. And also, if you can help us in that, because that is our fight. We want to build one that we can model, and then we can go all over the country. So please, sir, if you can help us with that, land. We have helped wherever they have called us, when it comes to Ebola, when it comes to funding the schools, we've been there. So also we want to collaborate. Like we have people that are educators here. So if they have educators back home, if we can collaborate, like when they go home or they make a way where we can exchange syllabuses, where we can go there and teach so that we can, what we are experiencing here, we are enjoying, that we can be able to give back. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, His Excellency, First Lady, Chief Minister. I will talk Creole, my local language, the well understand. If I speak for me, as Senior Dean, founder of Sierra Leone Swan. Sierra Leone Swan form different organizations, collaborate with mosques and church. First of all, I'll start, we found Sierra Leone Swan 2019 during the pandemic to get some school works for the student and graduates, and get a supply of medical supply back in 2023, take up our consumer supply. 2024, took another consumer supply. Well, my main things here is about Madam First Lady's the answer of our gap. Thank you for that. I'll be following up. I went to Sierra Leone 2023 and 2024. It's a lot of teenagers at these clubs. Lot. How can we get these clubs to stop these teenagers going to clubs without ID? It's really, really bad. How can you guys work towards that? Let this club have some discipline and started asking for ID and get these teenagers out the streets. And then, just like my sister said over here, we're trying to look for some environments. We will do a push program match. I do a push program there. It's about 200 people in the beach. And we have 5 of them get off the streets, find a place for them. Right now they're going to school. We're trying to find a place that we can accommodate, maybe build something, a housing, and get some of these youth out of the street. And we still do what we're doing. Like I say, we have like 10 districts that will supply medical supply to 2024. But my main concern is about these teenagers, these youth, these council of our girls, Madam First Lady, Chief Minister, Mr. President. How can we get these teenagers out the streets? In this club, they have this club and they allow 13, 14, 12 years of age going inside the club without no ID. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you. Come here.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency, Madam First Lady, Chief Minister. I represent St. Joseph's Convent. I am the president. We've been around for over 30 years, and I want to represent all the other alumni organizations. We are about education and making sure that Sierra Leone, that the school that we went to when we went to school back then, remember what we called the Athens of Africa? Yeah. We're not. But as organizations in the diaspora, we have been doing our part. But we cannot do as much as needed without the help of the government back home. We're grateful for the free education, as it is said, which is no school fees. That's great. However, the kids don't have books, so that is very expensive. The teachers do not have great lesson plans, not what we have. The kids cannot speak the way we speak now, because I talk to them, and their English is atrocious. Of course, Salona with first language, we talk and fine, but they're supposed to be prepared for the working world, but the teachers are not prepared because they're not compensated well. I just checked, they make less than $100 a month, and that is not able to upkeep them. Okay, so that's one of the major problems. So the teachers are not motivated to teach. So what they do is give them whatever little they can do, and they have additional tutoring in the evening. So these girls are exhausted. They go to school, and in the evening they have to go to additional tutoring. I had to have additional tutoring in math because I was weak in math, strong in English, but not for every subject that I went to school for from morning till afternoon. But these girls have to go to school to then go back for additional tutoring, okay? We launched, in my time as president, we launched a scholarship program called the Diaspora Empowerment Foundation. The First Lady will know why we call it the Diaspora, because that was a powerful, principle that we have. And we have given over 100 girls scholarship. We buy them uniforms, we pay tutoring for them, we build schools, but it's not enough without the leaders putting their hands and helping us to pay the teachers well, upgrade the system. We see a continuous decline in education, and without good education, they cannot behave like us. They cannot sit in that chair because we're not creating leaders, and especially girls. The girls are not being educated well. I like the hands-up girls. They need to be educated. And the Becker system, what is going on? We're still waiting for the results. The girls are sitting at home. They don't have the results, so they cannot go into school. So they're there, and we have to support them. We raise funds, and we send lots of funds home, but we need our leaders. And I know this problem was there way before you took over, so thank you for everything you're doing. We want to beg and appeal that you please look into education and try to bring us back to that standard where we were when we were called the Athens of Africa. Upgrade that system, look into the school system, the teachers, the compensation, the girls, the education system, the lesson plans. There is so much we need to do, because without that, Sierra Leone is declining. Without good students, we're nothing. We cannot create leaders like yourself. I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I'm the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Good afternoon, Your Excellency, President Bureau, Her Excellency, Dr. First Lady, Chief Minister, the Excellency Ambassador Stowa, and Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's really an honor for me to be here, to be part of this meeting, and also to have the opportunity to welcome you on behalf of our community, our Sierra Leone community here in the United States. My name is Sheikh Sanusi Sise, originally from Kenema, Eastern Sierra Leone. I also serve as the Vice President of the United Community of Muslims in Virginia, an Imam, and also the CEO of Al-Rakim Hajj and Umrah Group. This is an organization that provides services to the Muslim community to perform their spiritual journey to Mecca. And I want to thank you, Your Excellency, for the Hajj Diaspora initiative, which was really helpful last year, or this year, I would say. I was part of the people who led people to Mecca this year, with the help of the Presidential Hajj Task Force under the Minister of Social Welfare, Alaji Keller. It was very successful. Thank Allah and thank to you for initiating this program, because it was really difficult for people to go to Mecca, and but through the Presidential Hajj Task Force, which you initiated and which the visas were given to some of our Sierra Leonean Muslim in the US, it helped them to go to Hajj hassle-free, and I was able to lead them with some of my other members. So thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that. It's really an honor to be here to visit us, and this shows, this reminds us of the connection between Sierra Leone and its diaspora. And thank you for also sending our ambassador here, Ambassador Sowa, from the first day he came. He started reaching out to the community leaders and engaging with them. So I want to thank you for sending it to us. So now my question is, we want to contribute more to Sierra Leone, not just through money transfers to our relatives in Sierra Leone, because this is what we do, but just to grow in terms of investment, in terms of professional contribution. And we want to know how that can align with the government's national priority, like we in the diaspora. How can we do that as professionals, not just money transfer that we do, but go beyond that and involve directly with national programs. Thank you.
Yes. Your Excellency, please permit me to sit down, sir. Thank you, sir. And First Lady, thank you so much for being so understanding. Thank you, Your Excellency, for formally opening several grounds markets. My background is in local government. So whatever has to do with street trading and all the hullabaloo going on affects me. Fortunately for me, I am no longer in politics. So some I can stomach and bear the pain. And when I saw you at several grounds, I was so relieved. You've taken off a chunk of the fight against street trading. How is that going to relate to the rest of the bigger problem when I look at Sani Abacha Street, and all of that area going down across to Susan's Bay. I traveled back and forth in my mind. What I knew as street trading, the problem I used to have with Kurari Bangura, it was a formidable president of the Sierra Leone Traders Association. I was hell always. Now you've given us Sarah grounds. How much of the problem are we going to be able to resolve? Is it specifically for a particular type of items that you're moving there, or is it going to encompass as much of it as you can, not just from that area, but as far as Eastern Police, or how is it going to work? I'm sorry if my question is so many-arrowed, but I just want to say thank you for opening that vicinity, making it possible, workable, and on a personal note, I want to thank you for giving us this brand new ambassador, Soa, who comes from people who ate condom many years ago. I will not call the political names we had, but I want to say thank you for choosing among our ranks. You make us feel important. And Madam First Lady, whatever part you played in this, thank you very much. And welcome again among us, Mr. Ambassador. You are among your folks, and we wish you well in your administration. Thank you, Your Excellency. Chief Minister, thank you very much, sir, for having me. I am wishing you well in all the many hats you wear. God bless your father, and you told him in Volta. And thank you so much for all of you ministers, what you do. Thank you, Madam First Lady. Hands of our girls, we're looking up to you still. Blessings. Thank you, Ambassador.
More from you and then the Reverend.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Mr. Brian Moifore, the newly elected chairman of Tegroma Federation International. Tegroma has been existing since 1975 in this country. And I want to stress to you that Tegroma has been a partner in development for all governments. We don't pick and choose. Even during APC, when President Momo was there, Tegroma sent, in collaboration with other committee members, Tegroma sent about 100,000 to Sierra Leone. When Nick Ahmed Tijan Kabao was in exile, Tegroma sent $10,000 there. Tegroma has been a partner in development in Sierra Leone. 1996 election, it was Tegroma who donated about $15,000 to SLPP. So we have not been picking and choosing which government to support. But sometimes I call you revolutionary presidents because of the productive changes you have brought in Sierra Leone. And we have the First Lady who is very productive, very associated with everything. We had a very good ambassador here, but we sent an excellent ambassador here now, who recently joined Tegroma during our 50th anniversary. In fact, as a matter of fact, we have sent a letter to you. We wanted you to be the keynote speaker because of our link with SLPP, because 99.9 members in Tegroma, they are all SLPP. But nevertheless, we don't pick and choose. If APC is there, we support APC. And so we don't pick and choose at all. And one of the things you have done in that country, to the best of my own knowledge, I've been a teacher here for over 20 years in America here. It's the educational aspect you have transformed. I think that was under the leadership of the chief minister. That was the biggest aspect you ever attacked in that country. Then the changes you have brought, you go to the airports. I mean, for those of us who knew Shaka Stevens, at one time I saw Mrs. Rebecca Stevens. Just one time. Well, here's the First Lady. Every time you can, she's always available to everyone. I mean, hands off our girls. Or every type you can imagine. I would just want to commend you. The strides, the changes, the productive changes you have taking place is really under your leadership. Yesterday I was joking with one guy. I said, I wish we can just amend this constitution so that he can continue to 2030. So he can continue to 2030. But I really want to commend you for everything you have been doing. Everything you have been doing in that country. To take Sierra Leone to be in United Nations, that's a huge step. That's a huge step for a country that people did not even know about in the world. That's a huge step. So when I see some people attacking what you are doing, your legacies in that country, sometimes it pains some of us. Because Tegoma has deposited so much in that country. Every government that goes there, you can list that. You were there when one of the founding fathers was listing, cataloging what Tegoma has been doing since late American up to this time. This is why we missed you so much. I really wanted you to come and be the keynote speaker for our 50th anniversary. But I think there's no question in our mind. I'm the current chairman, and His Excellency Ambassador Amarasowa is the best you have sent in this party. He's the best. I can say this. The whole Tegoma knows him. He was recently crowned as chief. So Washington will invite you very soon to go so that they can inaugurate you. Okay. So I want to thank you and thank even His Excellency and Chief Minister, all the ministers here, who are pillars in your government. Tegoma stands with you. We have a big project in Bo land and in Jambuena Street. Very huge land. We are putting up a building there, a structure, to help continue progress in Sierra Leone.
Thank you. Okay, Sir Reverend.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, His Excellency, and the First Lady, Chief Minister, and all government officials. As you heard, my name is Reverend Jikubila Bango. I was born and raised a Muslim. At the age of 19, I became a pastor of Faith Assembly of God Church, Basketball Fields. And the president will not remember, a few years in Virginia, he spoke with me, asked me a question, what are you doing? And he encouraged me to go to school. I'm PJ's pastor many years back. You know, and we are doing well. I'm the president of the Salon Pastors and Ministers Assembly. One thing I want to ask, first of all, is for you to forgive the religious body. We know we've made few blunders. During the political trend, we follow Facebook. You see pastors who are for APC, pastors who are for SLPP, rather than pastors who are for God, who represent all of us, regardless who's in power. You know, I say to people there most of the time, we cannot prepare the people for heaven, and we are of no earthly use. We need to make impact in our different places. So we came together, I think a few years ago. I was the vice president many years back. And I don't know if you receive a gift. I sent a gift. I went to Sierra Leone to see you, unable to. But the then Minister of Lands, Dennis Sandi, we took a plaque from the Sierra Leone Pastors and Ministers Assembly. He told me he handed it over to you. So, and yes. So, and also, we are doing well. One great writer, Benson Ilausa once says, any leader who lives with people the way he met them, he's a minus in his generation. We don't want to make the blunders our predecessors made. So I told them we are raising money here. We want to go do something in Sierra Leone. We want to be part of a nation building in the area of having a piece of land where we can have a computer institute so that our young boys, young men will come and learn. You know, so, and also I want to ask for forgiveness, like I said, on behalf of the Religious Council. You know, maybe we have failed because God is expecting us to stand for righteousness, expecting us to stand and pray for those in leadership. But we've made that blunder. You know, we've seen pastors, because of what they are receiving, they cannot even say the truth. You know, so we want to ask for forgiveness. And also, I want to ask for forgiveness from my own hometown where I was born and raised. I'm a son of a paramount chief. I was born and raised in Kamakwie. Most times when I listen to the news back then, I would hear about Kamakwie. You know, I say, please, wherever we have wronged deed as a government, as a people, on behalf of my people, I want to ask for mercy and forgiveness. We need your support. We need your help. Because every day they're calling us, there is a bridge there that is falling apart.
you know, and they come with their luggages and everybody's there. They will call us, the burden is on us, but there is nothing we can do. So please, sir, some of us are here, we love you, we are always fighting behind the scene. And the reason why I ask for forgiveness also, we are discussing with pastors. There are pastors that will tell you, some are saying they will pray that you will not succeed. You know, and I told one of them, it's not fair. You don't say that, because if he fails, the whole country is failing. And you are a child of God, you are a Christian. Those things should not happen at all. So on behalf of the Sierra Leone Pastors and Ministers Assembly, we want to say, please forgive the religious council wherever we've made mistake. You are the father of the land. You are the mother of the land. Keep us and make sure everybody is included. If we can have a piece of land, we want to contribute in nation building. And thank you very much. Like I said, a few years ago, you spoke to me and I was able to go to Howard University and did great things, and I came out with flying colors. So God bless you, God bless your ministry, and God bless what you're doing. And also, to conclude, the ambassador is my main man. I love him when he came, he's so humble. I like to work with people who are humble. Many years, all of us are coming to the embassy. I told them at the last town meeting, some of us stopped coming to the embassy because there's no place to park. Now he's bringing the embassy to the people. And we are happy that they are planning to always meet with us. We are so excited. And thank God also for David Boakevandi. Because I think this is the third or fourth year now I'm preaching at the embassy every Christmas, every Iftar, right? They'll bring me to come say a word. You know, so I want to thank God for what you did for us by giving us Ambassador Soa. You know, I think many months ago, before he came, I preached at the Sierra Leone Independent. You know, where have we gone wrong as a nation? Sierra Leone is blessed. Sierra Leone is great. But until we learn how to love one another and accept one another. Because not only in Freetown, even here, it is tough. People will advise you to talk to you. Please, if you want to succeed, avoid them. Avoid them, you know. But with us, because of the religious background, we embrace every Jack and Jill. And so we can move on. Thank you very much. Have mercy on us where we have failed you as a religious body. And my hometown, Kamakwie, have mercy. Please, sir.
Ms. Barry, after Alaji Abdulatif and then Reverend Victor.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency, Madam First Lady, and Forest and the ministers, and Mr. Ambassador, welcome. And thank you, Mr. President. We've had very good ambassadors, successful ambassadors who took our community and embraced them. So you did the appointment, and I want to say thank you for that, where they've made the embassy our home and made it easy for us to have access to them, and of course to the nation through them. So I want to say thank you for that. I've been in this country almost my entire life, but what I can say is this: the connection with Sierra Leone never stopped. And I have many family members and friends and colleagues who go home to build, to start a business, to start a program, to help the communities. However, they have a very hard time. The problem with streamlining between people who are going back home to create jobs, create space, make things easier for those who are there, seems to be a very difficult thing. So I want to bring that to your attention to figure out a way to streamline the process, whether it is having, and not a council that is just reflective of those who maybe give money to the government, or those who are really good friends with the government, but those who we know for a fact that come from the diaspora, not just from the US, but from the UK and other places, who are making concerted effort to change how things are done back home. To have something where they can provide you with feedback of what is happening with them as a collective, and how can we put processes in place to make it easier for them to go through something. I have cousins at home who are complaining that they graduate, there are no jobs, there's nothing for them to do. So they're home, they're staying there, but they want to leave. So we have talent who wants to leave the nation to go somewhere else, after, of course, the country has educated them. So trying to figure out a way that we can ensure that once they leave school,
they can have jobs. So a way to attract businesses into Sierra Leone, wherein they can train and hire students. So not come in and come with their own staff, but come in with staff that can train those who are living in Sierra Leone. So having a process like that. One of the first events I went to with the presidency was in New York, with the First Lady's hands off our girls. And that was one of the most amazing events I've ever attended. And it spoke directly to what we have seen impacts our young women in Sierra Leone. And not just in Sierra Leone, right? Because it translates in other places. I would love to see a way where we can have a collaboration between what you're doing there, Madam First Lady, and how it also transfers and impacts some of our young people, young Sierra Leonean girls, even in the diaspora, and how we can do a marriage of ensuring that those issues are so upfront and center, and as we are educating our girls and as we are staying hands off, we're also providing resources. I know someone who is going back to Sierra Leone periodically. She does programming for children with special needs, right? She teaches or trains teachers to teach children with special needs. So I'm a special ed attorney and out of it. So that's really important, and it helps those students learn their skills, because if the teachers know what to do, then they can teach the students. So I would really like the opportunity to see us have a streamlined process. I've tried to go or discuss going back home as an attorney, but the process of doing any sort of work in Sierra Leone requires that a person like myself, who has been practicing for over 22 years, has to go back and redo things. I understand taking the bar exam, but I don't know what kind of control or influence as a government you have on those, on that. But a system that allows for those of us out here who want to go and do something over there to be able to take the bar. I do not support anyone leaving the diaspora outside to go into the country and say, I know better, so just let me practice. No, you take the bar exam like everybody else. If you come here from Australia and you go to New York, you take the bar exam, right? You don't have to go to school all over. Yes, there are different states that you may have to do some other things like the LLM, but to give that opening, I spoke to people, attorneys who do things in Sierra Leone, and they say, don't go in as a Sierra Leonean. Go in as if you are coming from the UK or something like that, for you to be able to get it. As a Sierra Leonean, I should be able to go in as a Sierra Leonean and be able to practice and do the thing. So those are just a few things. There's a lot more in my head, but this is not a one-on-one conversation. So I want to take the opportunity to thank you for being here, for making the time for this community, because we really need something like this on a more regular basis. Thank you.
We're trying to round up. Yeah.
Your Excellency, Madam First Lady, Chief Minister, Ambassador, all protocol observers. I'm standing here today, I humble self, I'm very, very grateful for this opportunity. Representing Salome Jamaat is my devout Imam, Allah Taslim Al-Ghali. I happen to be a product of the Albert Academy and also the husband of the childhood friend of Madam First Lady, Bilkisu Osman.
Very, very true.
I told her I would say that. I'm free now.
Yes.
I want to say thank you to Ambassador Sowa, who happens to be my former teacher at the Great Albert Academy. Even though he didn't invite her along that way, it's okay. I think that both schools not here. I want to say thank you to the First Lady for Answer for Our Girls program. That, I don't know what to say, that's huge. And I pray that Allah will make this program, even after you guys left, will continue to sustain. And with regards to the Arch program, I just want to throw the same line with my Reverend Imam here. I was with a group last year that lost a lot of Sierra-Leoneans in Hajj. In fact, my team lost 5 members. I almost lost my life. My colleagues they were fighting for my life for over 2 hours. I used to wear size 12 shoes. Because of the heat, it was like 135 degrees. the shoes shrink to size 8. Up to now, I can't fit in my foot. But I don't want to go into the little bit of that part. I just want to appeal to the government. This initiative that they started, that they're giving us quota here in the United States, see if they can expand it to the entire country. Because the devices is just predominantly based in the DMV area. So other Sierranians in other parts of the United States can benefit from that. Then secondly, I'm a part of Central One, that we call 106 now, Sarah Ground. That's why we used to play soccer. You know, I'm seeing that where we used to play soccer now is a marketplace, it's a very huge improvement. But I want you guys to please have security concerns in mind. Having a huge market close to the State House, you know, please, they should have security, because I know the area, it's a blessed area, it's everything, but please, security concerns, having a marketplace close to the State House. So that should be something to put in mind, please. And also, I happen to be the godfather of All Walks of Life award, which everybody knows. We're doing tremendous in supplementing the effort of the government in nation building. And at present, we're working in terms of streamlining or augmenting the present agenda of human capital development. We are working fervently to see how we can improve education in Sierra Leone. And also, I want to thank the president of the Nurses Association here. If there's a way the government can create a healthcare czar, when a lot of nurses do go home on December and April, why they can go and register themselves, see if they can volunteer the services, not in the city, like going to the provinces, see if they can spend a day or two. As long as the logistics is there, they can be able to make changes to people's life. That's what I want to say. Thank you very much for the good work. And I pray Allah will continue to guide and guide you guys to all you guys do. Thank you very much.
We're trying to round up. Can we just take two more? Euphemia and Solon.
Your Excellency, Madam First Lady, ministers, and with all protocols observed. Many of the speakers have spoken about some of the concerns that we have. But I just want to give a proverb before I say something for 2 minutes. That irrespective of how long a piece of wood stays in the water, it never becomes a crocodile. I have lived in this country, but I'm a Sierra Leonean. And I go to Sierra Leone as often as I can. And I'm impressed by the changes I have seen. Recently, listening to you, Your Excellency, you mentioned concerns about the land issue in Sierra Leone. I want to, first of all, congratulate you for taking that up. It is a mammoth problem in Sierra Leone that even church pastors are selling people's land, which is a disgrace. But I hope that God will give you the courage and the strength to make sure that people who are bona fide owners of property can maintain their property. I have gone through many quarrels with land. I have built in Sierra Leone. My investment is in Sierra Leone. And I want to go to Sierra Leone as often as possible. And I want to endorse the effort of what you're doing. But one of the concerns I have is that Sierra Leone does not suffer from shortage of water. We suffer shortage of storage system. The volume of rain that comes to Sierra Leone, if it is well conserved and reserved, with all the changes in technology and structural development of what is providing access to water to these modern buildings, it's inadequate. I have lived in America. I have traveled extensively. And I go even to California and other places. The buildings at the top of the hill, they are still supplied with water, but it's borehole. I would want to encourage and implore your indulgence that investors be encouraged to go to Sierra Leone and enable the process of storage so that everyone in Sierra Leone can be connected to adequate water supply. Because if the structure is set up properly, it will maintain itself. Because here in America, if you don't pay your bill, you are locked down. And if that structure is set up adequately, it will provide job opportunities for young people. It will also, and also, Your Excellency, I think one of Sierra Leone's problems is accountability. Too many people go away scot-free for involving in malpractices. And there must be penalties If Sierra Leone is to improve, we must stop this tendency of saying that is what it was. We need to change it. Because some of us, we are hurt when we go there. And we see that people are still in the same rut that they were many years ago, not creating a sense of change. You are doing extremely well, but a nation is not changed by the leader. A nation is changed by the subjects of the leaders. Every citizen in Sierra Leone has a responsibility. But I pray that the leadership will make people accountable so that Sierra Leone will be changed. Thank you, Excellency.
Okay, Papa Tiko, you will close. Don't worry, sit down now.
Your Excellency, First Lady, Chief Minister, Ambassador, all protocols observed. I can take a thank you very much because I was going to hit on the land issue. Representing Co-Descendants Union, there's something on the ground right now which Your Excellency you've already started to address. And that is the issue of the property in at Moritown, where it was destroyed. It was the KDU building that was destroyed, which was supposed to be a multi-purpose building celebrating our rich heritage that would benefit not only Creoles, but our nation, because it would have supported tourism, which would have contributed to the economy. And I want to thank you for taking up that issue and trying to solve it amicably. Also, KDU Global purchased the land in New York because of their rich history to the Creole people. And the papers have been sitting at the Ministry of Lands for well over 6 years. We have changed a couple of ministers and nothing has been signed. And that is also an acre lot that Co-Descendant Union Global was going to use to attract tourism that would have also benefited Freetown and the economy. That was also supposed to be a multi-purpose center that would have had a healthcare center, various buildings, including school, where we can teach how to do carpet, which, as you know, is unique to Sierra Leone. And the print that you like, we would have been able to also open something there where we can teach our children how to do print and pass down the heritage, and that would have been job opportunity for the young children, the youth in our country. The other thing I also would like you to address is the push problem in Sierra Leone. Push does not affect just the poor. A lot of people think that push is only affecting the poor. It's not. It's affecting families from all walks of life, including university students. Those students are the future of Sierra Leone. I'm just appealing, Your Excellency. Whatever we can do out here, Co-Descendants Union is willing to partner with you to address that issue. Because saloon issue, now we all know. That's why I have on my blue white TV. Because today it's not just about Creole, it's about being a Sierra Leonean first. Madam First Lady, I want to thank you for your initiative addressing the issues of young girls. But it's not just about the young girls, there are also young boys in the 50s of sexual abuse in Freetown. Nobody talks about it because it's hidden. But I would also like you to address those issues. People coming from overseas, molesting young boys in Freetown, not just in Freetown, in Sierra Leone. These young boys, they're innocent. They don't know what they want. But we should not make them into something they're not. Things like that would not only be detrimental to those children, but it would also reduce our population. So, please, and we're willing to work with you in any capacity. Last but not least, I would like to thank Chief Minister for your impact in education. I've been following your work and everything. And I remembered when you were given the Chief Minister thing from Saudi Arabia. So I want to thank you for your service to His Excellency, to our country, and continue to do what you're doing. Keep it up. And Your Excellency, thank you for everything you've done for Sierra Leone, for the change. May God bless you, and may God bless your efforts. Thank you.
How many people you got left? Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, my leader of one of the oldest political parties in Africa, the SLPP, Madam First Lady, the champion of gender and women and children affairs, the Excellency Ambassador and Chief Minister. I want to say thank you to this community for joining us here today. This shows that SLPP is a party that is willing to embrace each and every one of us. It is clearly shown in our leader that we have. John C. Maxwell, and I quote, stated clearly who a leader is. It's somebody who knows the way, who has a clear vision. And we all here in this room can agree that His Excellency has that vision. Not just to know the way, but goes the way. He has the tendency of following the vision. That's why when he came, he outlaid his vision that the first is going to be human capital development. Second term, big five changer. But not just that, but what does he do? He shows the way by raising young people, giving people like us, the Chief Minister, the Foreign Minister, that hey, if only we want to change Sierra Leone, we have to come along and I will show you the path. This shows the type of leadership that we have in the Sierra Leone People's Party. So Your Excellency, I want to say thank you for your job well done. And I want this body to know that we are not just seeing him as the president, but he is the president of the country. And I want you to know that recently he was also given the eminent person in the G7, the just concluded United Nations General Assembly meeting. And also, because of her leadership, he empowered the First Lady to ensure that if each and everyone here is talking about hands off our girls, if the Excellency never allowed Madam First Lady to do that, we won't be talking about that. So, sir, I want to say thank you for your leadership. And Madam First Lady, we appreciate what you're doing in Sierra Leone, and we know you will do more. And I just want everybody to know that she was also indoctrinated into the Black Caucus of America in New York. So I want you to know that she's doing very well as a woman. And if she is doing that well, just know that our girls will come up, and yes, she will definitely work for our boys. Thank you very much. Finally, before I ask Petit Coy, the oldest SLPP member here, the oldest poster boy here, to interject.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, before I ask him, okay.
I'm glad
that kind introduction. As a matter of fact, I was, and I'm still, SLPP member since the days before, during, and after Samuel Dimagari. So obviously, I am a walking encyclopedia of SLPP. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very fortunate today, and I think I want to underscore his statement that I will go to bed today, knowing fully well that I have approached and said something from the bottom of my heart to the highest authority in the land, that is His Excellency, Dr. Julius Maada, you, and of course the beautiful wife, our First Lady. There are a few things I really want to mention. Number one, the discussion, as I hear tonight, are mostly Sierra Leone, but I have not heard much about your international contribution tonight. And I want to dilate a few things about that. First of all, His Excellency Maada, I'm knowing you for the first time. I've had personal encounter with your elder brother, Stephen Bio. May his soul rest in peace. You pay a lot of attention to international. You don't need any other description. You've attained the highest in the land, and overseas you are well recognized. But you have 5 major items which you identified as your goal. Pay too much attention to the Sahel states. I don't think those guys are amenable to your suggestion. So you probably have to put more energy on the 5 itemized goals you already have and working on: education, agriculture, infrastructure, health, etc., etc. I think if you pay more attention to that and lead a sustainable goal achievement when you go out of office, that will be very glaring to most of us who are still members of this SLPP party. Secondly, I'm fortunate to say, in the presence of my own chairman, district chairman, Mr. Mawa, who is already here, that Connaught issue remains intractable. And I must commend the First Lady for her effort in intervening between the mines and the workers. She has done exceptionally well. Without her, probably we would have not known most of the ills that have been prevailing over the years. And the workers have undergone a lot of injustices, historical injustices. I'm sure you're well aware of that. But if you don't come out to make a statement on that and leave that to the Minister of Mines, the First Lady, and of course the Minister of Labor, I don't think there will be any foreseeable solution to that problem, because I consider it chronic, and most of the representation on the ground are not sincere with the subjects. I'm sorry to say that. But with you coming up and make a statement on that, backed up with your resilience and track record, I'm sure that probably that problem will be resolved before you go out of office. And before I go further, I must commend your Chief Minister, Senga, a very young man. I'm sure he has a lot of potential ahead. Congratulations for all the levels of achievement you've made and the contribution you're making for the country. And finally, Mr. Chairman, His Excellency, your record, from what I know, is very unique no other person has done as much as you have done since you came to power. Sierra Leone's image, record will never be done without a very superb narrative about you. I'm proud to welcome you, and I'm proud to say that in your presence. Thank you so much, and I hope you will leave something for Connors other than the diamonds. We want some tangible investment and sustainable one, even when you go out of office. We've heard of the new embryonic university that is going on. We've heard of the construction, the Guinea Road construction, but over half a century of Connors' contribution to the national income of the country, there has been no established industry that stands for Connors, that can employ Connors other than the diamonds. And the diamonds are no longer an attractive investment. Many other countries are producing more than our contribution to the global market. So, Mr. President, I will want you to think about another source of investment that will prevail and become sustainable even after you are gone. And I must conclude here my unreserved thank you to our First Lady, Her Excellency, Fatima, you. Thanks for the good work you've done for us, and I hope you do more when the other time comes, which I hope you will do. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to me.
Thank you. I want to thank all of you for your contributions. Before I ask first the First Lady and eventually His Excellency to respond, I think somebody came during the call, so the statement that I will just present. There's a friend of the embassy who's very supportive.